Dear students, welcome to plus one biobotany class. So we were discussing about the first chapter, living world. In that chapter we already completed attributes of living organism. So what are the attributes of living organism? Growth, reproduction, homeostasis, metabolism, response to stimuli, etc. Now we are going to study another topic, that is virus. So you might have heard about the word virus. The whole world is discussing about virus. You know one example, coronavirus and SARS virus, HIV virus, Ebola virus. So virus always stand like a biological puzzle in front of the scientific world. Because why? Because they are not like a living organism and they are not like a non-living organism. They stand in between living and non-living organism. So it is like a biological puzzle. Okay. And in this topic, we will study about virus and what are the important interventions in the field of virology, and we will study about size and shape of virus and what are the characteristic features, what are the non-living characters of virus and what are the living characters of virus, and we will study about classification of virus and also viral genome and one of the example tobacco mosaic virus, etc. Okay, so the virus, which means in Latin poison. Okay, it's poison. And viruses or virus, they are defined as submicroscopic obligate intracellular parasites. What is meant by submicroscopic? You know, prokaryotes and eukaryotes, that means bacteria, plant cell and animals, they are microscopic. Under normal microscope, we can observe prokaryotes and eukaryotes. We can study their structure and we can observe them under normal microscope. But viruses, they are submicroscopic. We cannot see viruses under the normal microscope. Okay, because their size is very small. They are submicroscopic. Then what about obligate intracellular parasites? Because viruses, when they enter into host cell, this is host cell, this may be animal cell or plant cell or bacterial cell. If they enter into host cell, they act like a intracellular parasite. Intra means inside. They take all the machinery of this host cell. Okay, they take all the machinery and they make their copies using host cell machinery. They cannot produce their copies themselves. They act like a parasite. They take this host cell machinery for the survival. So they are called obligate intracellular parasites. If they are going outside the cell, they cannot do anything. They are just like a non-living entity. Okay, so viruses, they are submicroscopic obligate intracellular parasites. The field of science which deals with virus, it is virology. The study of virus is called virology. Okay. And now next we are going to discuss what are the major milestone in case of virus. So now we are going to discuss about major milestones in virology. You know what is mean by virology, the study about virus. Okay, so these scientists name you should keep in mind. Edward Jenner. Edward Jenner, he developed vaccine against smallpox. He observed that those people who infected with cowpox, they are immune to smallpox. So these studies led to development of smallpox vaccine. Then you should keep in mind Adolf Meyer. Adolf Meyer find out that infectious nature of tobacco mosaic virus in the sap of mosaic leaves. Then after Adolf Meyer, Dmitry Ivanovsky. Dmitry Ivanovsky said viruses which are smaller than bacteria. Then after Dmitry Ivanovsky, M.W. Bechering. M.W. Bechering said that the infectious agents in tobacco mosaic disease, he called them the infectious agents as Contagium vivum fluidum. Then after F.W. Todd said that there are some viruses which infect bacteria. Okay. Then D. Hurley said that the virus infecting bacteria, they are called as bacteriophage. So D. Hurley coined the term bacteriophage. Then next, Luc Montagnier and Robert Gallo, they discovered HIV virus, human immunodeficiency virus. So all these scientific name and their major contributions keep in your mind. Okay. Next topic we are going to discuss size and shape of the virus. So you know what is the definition for virus. They are submicroscopic, obligate, intracellular parasites. So viruses, they are submicroscopic or they are ultra microscopic. Ultra microscopic. What is mean by ultra microscopic? Which means they are not, we cannot see viruses under normal microscope because their size is very small. Their size we can measure in nanometer. That means 1 nanometer is about 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So the viruses, there are a lot of millions of viruses are found, different types of viruses are found, and the size ranges in between 20 nanometer to 300 nanometer. So that means the size is very small. Okay. For example, you know bacteriophage, the viruses, bacteriophage, virus which infect bacteria, their size ranges in between 10 to 100 nanometer. Then tobacco mosaic virus, their ranges in between 302 into 20 nanometer. So these are about size of the virus. They are submicroscopic or ultra microscopic. Their size is very small. Then next we are going to look what are the shapes of viruses. Shape. Viruses, they show three types of symmetry or shape. What are those? First one, cuboid symmetry. Cuboid symmetry. They show cuboid symmetry, and some viruses they show the shape like helical symmetry. Helical symmetry. And some viruses they have complex shape or atypical symmetry. So based on shape, viruses are three types. Viruses with cuboid symmetry, viruses with helical symmetry, viruses with complex or atypical symmetry. Cuboid symmetry, the viruses they have this kind of shape, so they are called they have cuboid symmetry. And helical symmetry virus, they have helical this kind of shape, so they are called helical symmetry. And complex symmetry or atypical symmetry, for example you can give example bacteriophage, they have complex symmetry like they have a head region and they have a neck region and they have a base plate and they have tail fibers, etc. A complex symmetry they have. Cuboid symmetry, example adenovirus. Cuboidal symmetry, adenovirus. And helical symmetry, example tobacco mosaic virus. And complex or atypical symmetry, example bacteriophage. Okay, so these are about shapes of viruses: cuboidal symmetry, helical symmetry, and complex symmetry. And examples of the study: cuboidal symmetry example adenovirus, and helical symmetry example tobacco mosaic virus, and complex symmetry example bacteriophage. Okay, so we completed size and shape. Next we are going to check characteristic features of virus. What are the non-living characters of virus? Non-living characters, the first one, viruses can be crystallized. They can be crystallized. Crystallized means if they are outside the cell, we can keep them like we can crystallize and we can store them. They are just like dust particle. They are non-living entity if they are outside the cell. Okay, so we can crystallize the virus and we can store them. And viruses, they are inactive outside the host. Viruses inactive outside the host. So viruses, if they are inside the host cell, they act as a living organism. If they are outside the host cell, they are inactive. They act like a non-living entity. And third non-living character, absence of metabolism. Absence of metabolism. Metabolism, you know that if microorganism, they take a food and using this food they produce energy. Such kind of chemical reactions are absent in case of virus. So metabolism is absent. Then functional autonomy is not present. Functional autonomy absent. What is mean by functional autonomy? You know, a eukaryotic or prokaryotic, if we take eukaryotic or prokaryotic cell, they can multiply and they can reproduce. Okay, they are not depending on other organisms. But in case of virus, what happens? They multiply in a host cell and they serve for the survival. They depend host cell and they use host cell machinery for making their copies. Okay, they have no other cell organelles. They just have only a nucleic acid which is protected by a protein coat. So self autonomy is absent in case of virus. So they are considered as living entity. Then energy producing enzyme systems are absent. Energy producing enzyme systems is absent. Result that metabolism is not present. So by metabolism, other living organism they produce energy. So metabolism already absent in virus, so they cannot produce energy. So energy producing systems are absent in virus. So these are living characters and non-living characters of virus. Next we are going to discuss classification of virus. Next we are going to discuss classification of viruses. Okay, so many scientists they try to classify these viruses. So the most recognized classification done by David Baltimore. Now we are going to study the classification of David Baltimore. David Baltimore. He classified viruses into 7 classes. David Baltimore classified viruses into 7 classes based on 3 points. What are those? Based on mechanism of RNA production. Mechanism of RNA production. And nature of genome. What is meant by genome? Genome means genetic material. Mainly there are 2 types of genetic material, DNA and RNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid or ribonucleic acid. That is RNA. Okay. So if one if virus contain DNA, that is DNA virus. If virus contain RNA, that is RNA virus. Okay. So based on mechanism of RNA production and based on nature of genome, and third point, use of RT. RT means reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase. Okay, this reverse transcriptase, it is an enzyme which is used to convert RNA into DNA. Okay, reverse transcriptase. They perform reverse transcription. That means RNA converted to DNA. So mechanism of RNA production and nature of genome. and use of reverse transcriptase. So what are those 7 classes of virus? First type of class 1, double strand DNA virus. Double stranded DNA virus. Example, adenovirus. And second one, single strand RNA virus. Example, parvovirus. And third example, double strand RNA virus. And it is example for this reovirus. And next class, the fourth class, positive sense single strand RNA virus. Example, Toga virus. Positive sense single strand RNA, it is a biomolecular term which is means usually what happens, what is mean by positive sense? So positive sense means, you know, in a DNA there is a DNA in our cell. So DNA encodes the information about that cell. The informations in a DNA which is decoded into mRNA, that means messenger RNA, and this messenger RNA go into ribosome, and using the information on messenger RNA, proteins are synthesized. This mechanism takes place in our cell. Okay, first DNA which is converted into which the information in DNA decoded into messenger RNA, and using the information on messenger RNA, proteins are synthesized. Positive sense RNA means the RNA similar like messenger RNA, that is positive sense RNA. Okay, so some viruses, they have genetic material positive sense single strand RNA. Example, Toga virus. And another one, another class, the fifth one, negative, that means antisense RNA virus. Example, rhabdovirus. So our antisense and positive sense, they are just opposite. Okay. And positive sense single strand RNA with reverse transcriptase virus with DNA as DNA intermediate in life cycle. So in this case of sixth class, what is this? Positive sense single strand RNA with reverse transcriptase. Example, retrovirus. So look on this class. Retrovirus. Retrovirus. What type of genetic material they have? Single strand RNA. Okay. And what they have, the enzyme reverse transcriptase. We already said that this reverse transcriptase convert RNA into DNA. Okay. So when this retrovirus, they enter into host cell, this is retrovirus. When they enter into host cell, what they will do? They will convert their RNA into DNA, and this DNA go and integrated with the host DNA. Okay. So sixth class is positive sense single strand RNA virus with a reverse transcriptase with a DNA intermediate in their life cycle. Example, retrovirus. So are we clear about this one? Retrovirus, they have an enzyme called reverse transcriptase. They convert RNA, their genetic material is RNA, and using reverse transcriptase enzyme, RNA converted into DNA. Okay. So this DNA go and integrated with the host DNA, and they makes their copies using host machinery. And another last class, double strand DNA with the reverse transcriptase. In this case, this virus, they have genetic material DNA. Okay. And this DNA, they have reverse transcriptase enzyme, and using this reverse transcriptase enzyme, they can convert, they have RNA as the intermediary in their life cycle. So these two viruses, they use reverse transcriptase enzyme. Okay. So these are the 7 classes of David Baltimore classification. Okay. So clear about, study all these examples. Next we are going to look on the viral genome. Viral genome. So I told about viral genome. The genome, that means genetic material, that may be DNA or RNA. This DNA may be double strand DNA, or it may be single strand DNA, or RNA may be single strand RNA, or it may be double strand RNA. Okay, so virus mainly consist of a genetic material, a genome, and a surrounding protein coat. That is called, this is our genetic material or genome. This genome may be RNA or DNA, and this genome is protected by a protein coat. This is protein coat. That is called capsid. This protein coat, otherwise called capsid. So this genome is nucleic acids, RNA, ribonucleic acid, or DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. This all structure together called nucleocapsid. Nucleocapsid. So if one virus, if they have nucleocapsid structure, then only the structure of virus completes. Okay. So what are the structure? What is the structure of virus? They have genetic material, that may be nucleic acid, RNA or DNA, and that is surrounded by or protected by a protein coat called capsid. Okay, these two structures together called nucleocapsid, and they form complete structure of virus. And in case of bacteria, the viruses infects bacteria and animals. Viruses infect bacteria and animals, always DNA viruses. Animals infect plants. Viruses infects plants, always RNA viruses. So bacteria and animal cell, they are infected by DNA viruses. Plant cell, they are infected by RNA viruses. But there is one exception. Here HIV virus is a animal virus, which is a RNA virus. Okay, and in case of RNA plants, there is an exception. Cauliflower mosaic virus. Cauliflower mosaic virus, which is a DNA virus. So HIV, it is an RNA virus, but it is an animal virus. All animal viruses and all viruses which infect bacteria and animal, they are DNA viruses, but exception HIV, which is an RNA virus. Then viruses which infect plants, they are RNA viruses, but there is an exception, cauliflower mosaic virus, which is a DNA viruses. So DNA viruses, they otherwise called, DNA viruses also called deoxyviruses, and RNA virus otherwise called riboviruses. Okay, so DNA viruses otherwise called deoxyviruses, and RNA viruses otherwise called riboviruses. So DNA virus may be double strand DNA viruses or single strand DNA viruses, or RNA virus may be single strand RNA viruses or double strand RNA viruses. We are going to discuss one of the example for virus, tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, so this tobacco mosaic virus first discovered by Dmitry Ivanovsky in tobacco plants. Okay, so if this virus infected healthy plants, they show the symptoms like discoloration along the veins of the leaves, and also appearance of yellow spots on the leaves, and downward curling of the leaves, and finally stunted growth of the plants, and finally the plant die. These are the main symptoms of the tobacco infection of tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, and this virus, which is an RNA virus, because we already said all plants infecting viruses are RNA viruses. So tobacco mosaic virus is an RNA virus, and they have a rod-shaped structure, and this is coming under helical virus. This is a type of helical virus, and they have rod shape. Okay. And previously we discussed about general structure of virus. Virus, they have a genetic material, and this genetic material protected by a protein coat called capsid. So this is the genetic material. RNA, ribonucleic acid. And this genetic material which is surrounded by protein coat called capsid or protein coat, both are same. And this capsid in case of TMB is made up of many subunits. These subunits are called capsomeres. Capsomeres. Okay, so this is the structure of TMB, tobacco mosaic virus, and they have genetic material RNA, and this genetic material RNA is protected by capsid or protein coat, and each subunit of this capsid is called capsomeres, and there are total 2130 capsomeres found on one single tobacco mosaic virus, and this RNA genetic material contains 6,500 nucleotides, and total length or length of this virus, it is around 300 to 20 nanometer, 300 into 20 nanometer, and the weight of this virus around 39 into 10 raised to 6 Dalton. So this is about tobacco mosaic virus.